Hi everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Edit Creations. Today I'm going to share another two layouts from the Reasons to Smile by Close to My Heart Cut Above Layout Kit. What a mouthful, right? So today I worked on these two. Still not loving what I'm coming up with this one, so I'm hoping with some of the stuff I have left over from these, I'll be able to do that one at some point. So the first layout I'm going to share today is page 3, which would be March. And it's the circle layout that I'm not a big circle person, so this is what I did. Kind of made some pie slices. So let's see here. I think it was this one. I know the yellow, and I think it was the polka dot were all part of the back of the page, and the other pieces were part of the die cuts. Let me grab that. So yeah, those were the ones that were on the die cut sheet. And you just kind of layer them around the circle. And honestly, what I did when I started this was I laid them on the circle because I wanted to see, what parts I liked, what parts I didn't care for. Ended up not caring for the embellishments on that page either. They're cute, but they weren't fitting with where I was headed. Okay. So the base page is black, 8.5 by 11 1/4. I took the border around the page and I cut that all off. And it made it about, let's see here, it's about 1/2 inch wide. So I have two of them that are 1/2 inch by 11 1/4, two that are 1/2 inch by 8.5, and two that are approximately 1/2 inch by 2 3/4. Looks like this one's a little smaller. I did measure this one. So it's pretty much just what was left of where I cut, and I just tried to cut as straight as possible on that. I did use the trimmer to start off with, but I had to go kind of back in and fix it a little bit. And there were a little splatters here and there. Let me grab, where did I set it? Oh, I set it here. So the paper has splatters in different colors on it. So there is some splatters here. I think that is actually the only space that has splatters for the grid paper. Okay, so the next step I did was to just kind of cut out the three that were on the big circle from this page. Make sure that I had them all cut out. And then to lay them on the paper and just see what I kind of liked. And so what I ended up doing was grabbing one of each color to match, to coordinate with its little triangle. Okay, so the papers I used were Flamingo, Lagoon, Peach, Carolina, Paprika, and Lemonade. I took the time to take yet another photo mat from my stash. I shouldn't say, it's not really my stash. It's my, from my, let's see if I can, this thing. So that's what I have all my extra little photo mats in. So I grabbed some of those and I punched a daisy in the same color as the photo mat. And then I punched a circle for the center of this piece. Okay. So I will set those aside again. So I assembled the daisies, and I will do at the end of this video a little assembly of how I did it for the second layout, and then I went back and kind of bent these up a little bit just because they needed a little bit more movement. So after I got them assembled, I put them next to the paper before I glued anything down. Nothing was adhered aside from the grid paper. And I just kind of started laying them around, and I didn't want it perfect. I wanted it just kind of laying down. Well, I ended up kind of doing the same thing over and over again, like this one maybe should have been up, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I did punch a hole in each one of these for the pattern paper that I ended up putting on top here. And I did that with the 3/4 inch punch because I didn't care for just the solid color. So the bottom layer, like I showed you, is the matching color. The top layer, I used the paper from the kit and tried to go where there was, like this one is right here. So if I was to put this right there, it would match because that's where I punched that from. And I did that for the blue, for the pink, and for the peach. The yellow was right in here, so there wasn't enough space to get a flower out of it. And these two were, I didn't have a color on those as well either. Because if you look here, it's right up here, and that's where I got this one, this space, and then these are this was a little too faint. But it is out of the same paper, just doesn't have that color on it. So then I adhered those together, and I put a pop tape on the back to pop them up. And at that point, it just had the standard color of the center dot. Okay, so it was after I started laying them on this paper that I realized I needed that piece. And that's when I then cut all of those and re-put those on there. When I was looking for kind of the title, because the title for this one, I think I have it right here. Yeah, it's Let the Fun Begin. And then fun is supposed to go on this piece, so it kind of stands out. Well, because the way my layout's done, I didn't want to use those pieces, so I opted not to. I opted to leave no title on this, just these little words. And I went back to, I looked through all my stamps, but the one that stuck out the most again was this Little Piggies. And I liked that I had Happy Happy, the cutest, Smile, So Sweet, Cool Dude, and Silly You. And my thoughts on this layout is to kind of take some pictures of the grandkids. So I could do like James over here, or here, probably here since it says Cool Dude. And then maybe do Nora here, and then a picture of both of them together. And then over here, I could do a picture of Rosie or Lucy, however it works out, and then do one of them together. I think it would be a really cute grandchild layout. So I was really happy with how this was going down. I then adhered these little bits to the page one at a time. I did this section, this section, this section. I opted for top, middle, bottom, bottom, middle-ish, top. So I just kind of switched them around because I didn't want it to be, exactly the same. That gets a little boring. And I had fun with this layout. For how this turned out and where I started, I am extremely happy. I had fun, and I'd say that this was a layout that will have some really cute pictures on that I am going to cherish. Now, out of the day, the second layout is actually my favorite, but I do really, really like this. I think it turned out really cute, and I think it's a good way of using some pattern paper in weird shapes. I honestly had thought maybe I was going to cut a flower out of each one of these and do it that way. I ended up pulling out this daisy punch, which is my larger of the two. I have two daisy punches. And using that, I didn't put leaves on it. I did on the next layout. I used this punch. I was surprised when I was looking through my punches. I had both of these that are flower bits. This is the leaves I used yesterday, and I used this one today with the larger one. So it was kind of nice to see that I had some punches and to actually use them because I hadn't used them before. I did take and put some little acrylic dots here. So this one, this one, this one, I believe all of those are from my stash. The only one I used here was this yellow, and then this was the closest kind of orangey color I had. And this is from the new Cake Day dots that'll be available starting tomorrow. They're very cute. Actually, Kelly did some adorable layouts because I was thinking I didn't want to do this Cake Day paper because I like birthday paper. I just have a lot of layouts for birthdays, and I was like, I don't really need it. But after seeing her layouts, I think I'm going to get the paper and work some magic on that one too. These were from my stash. So these two are the only ones that I did use from Cake Day. I was glad that I had these because I don't have a lot of yellows or oranges. I did have this peach, which I was really happy about. This is Lagoon, I believe, or It's actually an off-brand. I want to say I got them from Notions, all of the other ones. So, but I was really happy. I did 2 here, 3 here, 2 here. I did follow that pattern with 2, 3, 2. Tried not to put them in the same spot, like these are on top, these are on bottom. This is towards that side. This one right here is at the end. This one's at the beginning. This one's at the top. Oh, the punch I used for those is also a punch that I've had for a while. It's this washi tape one. Haven't used that before. One thing I did really appreciate with this one, let me grab some paper, was, okay, so you can punch it out, and you've got this nice big one. Well, when I stamped them, I kind of stamped them in the middle. So I was able to go back and just stick this in here and make a smaller one. I did a better job earlier. Let's see if I can do that again and make it better. Nope, apparently I can't. Let's see, let's try that one more time so you actually know that I did it right. Yeah, you just line it up and you can cut it. And for some reason on camera, I'm going to have a little tiny tail there. Here I did not, which I was very happy about. I just thought I was amazing, and now I know that I'm not. It's funny how that happens, right? You think, oh, I did such a good job, and then you go back and do it, and you're like, what the heck? First time was the charm, I guess. Second time, not so much. But yeah, no, one thing I had thought about doing was adding some shimmer brush to the top of these, and right now I'm not going to until I get pictures on here, because I'm not sure I want shimmer on there. The other thing I had thought about was maybe some glossy accents. Again, I'm not sure I want shimmer. And then maybe even putting some of these little dots, but I like that pattern paper. I think it's a really fun use of it. This one is just a solid. This one has that little swirl. This one's stripe. This one is dots. This one's dots. And this one's just kind of a solid. It's actually more of a, what would you call that? Kind of a watercolor look. Okay, so that was that first layout. The second layout is this one, and I had originally thought I was going to use the Let the Fun Begin on this one because I had seen Jane Mommy, something like that. I saw her I saw that she had used this title on this page. I ended up not wanting to do that, so I've still got that title, as you saw the sticker, so I'll use that someplace else. I ended up actually using the Celebrate today, and I'm really happy with it. So here is my creation. I love this layout. It's so busy, which is fun, but it's not overly busy because it's just over here. So with this one, I did black 8.5 by 11 1/4. Lagoon is 8 1/4 by 11. The photo mat area is 4 1/4 by 9 1/2, and then I put 3 photo placement pieces on here. They measure 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. The floral strips, 2 of them, they're 1 3/4 by 11, and then the sticker border was cut to 11. This is one of the stickers that came with the kit. As you can see, it's right here on the side of this pink, and I didn't use this pink yet. It's cute. I don't like it with those colors. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a weird combo. So after I put these on, I made sure I left enough space, that's moving a little bit, for this the Celebrate today. And I had watched on a video somewhere where somebody had put little lines on their little letters, and then they put dots on their little letters, and I really liked that. So I did use my, what is this, Jelly Roll medium pen. Normally I can't get these to work very well, so the fact that it actually worked today, I was doing a kind of an internal happy dance. It was really great. So I assembled all of this. This is about a 1/2 inch in here. I made sure that the today would fit here, and then I kind of did it about the same over here. I tried to keep them as close as possible. This one's down a little bit, but it's all good. I really am happy with the way the title turned out. So then I went back to my punches, and I punched out just White Daisy in the big. I punched out for 8 of those, and I punched out 4 of the small ones. So each of these daisies has 2 of those. I punched out the center in Lagoon, 3/4 of an inch for the larger ones, so 4 of those, and 2 of the 1/2 inch ones for the smaller ones. And I will show you how I assembled those in just a second. I did cut out some additional pieces. Then I cut this leaf out of julep, and I have 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, so there's 8 of those. And I topped off the lagoon with some shimmer. As you can see, I'm looking at the camera, it's like, that looks like I just glubbed it on. But I really liked how that looked. I did use my bone folder. And I went back on the other layout and used my bone folder, but I used it before I put them down because I wanted to give them kind of that real daisy look to them. But I'm really happy with these. I have not been as happy, let's see here, these are all my leftover bits, with the flowers that have come with the kit. I like them when they have the white border, but I don't like the white border. When I cut off the white border, I think they look weird. So it's been kind of a challenge here to do that. I did take the center. So this paper here, this white paper, has these little like rain dots on it. And I cut those into little photo mats so I can use those someplace else. I have clouds, stripes, all sorts of, my little box of stuff to use on the next layout type thing is getting pretty full. But I really am happy. I love this layout. I can't wait to use it, and I have no idea, nothing in mind. I don't know what's going to happen there, but it is my favorite. I love the colors of it. I love the feel of it. I'm really excited about that one. So really quick here, I will show you how I did these flowers. You just kind of go along with your bone folder and just do each petal. Now, normally on a flower, and I'll show you with the leaf, what I would do is a little different. But when I'm using a daisy, for some reason, I always try to do it this way. Okay. And then I take my little glue. I use these Lawn Fawn glue tubes. I love them. There's not a lot of glue in it, so it fits in your hand real nice. Put a little tiny bit of glue right there. Let me grab my my pop tape. So then I put a piece of pop tape back here, and what's nice is you can go like this and it just kind of poofs. So, and then here I did a white one for this one because I wanted you guys to be able to see the actual flower. And then you just glue that on there. So simple. So what I normally do for flowers is I'll just take and I just kind of crimp the petals. So for the leaves here, that's all I did was just kind of crimp them and then just kind of adhere them together like so. And then when I would put them in, take this little backing off of that. Sorry, I cut my nail. I try to keep my nails as trim as possible. I'm not big on having long fingernails. I can't type for my my big girl job, and scrapbooking becomes difficult. So on the days after I cut my fingernails, which was a couple days ago, it's really hard to get the little stickers off. But so sorry, thank you, bear with me. But this is pretty much what it looks like. And if I don't attach them, back here as much, it can stick out more. But it's such a cute little flower. And then even on this one, just add a little bit of shimmer. Just rough that around, and you've got a little flower with some shimmer. You can't see because I did it in white. Wasn't thinking, but it's very shiny. I see it. Okay, so let's get on to what we're going to do tomorrow. I am loving this set. I really wish I could get 2 more of these. I'm going to be working with this kit right here and this one. And let me get into my little box right here, and I'll pull those out. I, of course, put my trimmer on top of it, put the layouts from yesterday on top of it. I am keeping all of these layouts pretty much together because I want to make an album with just them. So let's see, So Wonderful, that one, and this one. My favorite parts of this are this paper. I'm really loving the daisies right now. And this one, let's see what this back paper looks like. Because from the pattern, oh, I love this paper. That is amazing. Wow, I'm going to have so much fun tomorrow. I'm excited. Wow, this is so cool. So this is the one I'm going to alter tomorrow, and this one. And you know, it's funny, I'm looking at this paper here and thinking, oh, how cute. But when I pulled this out, I thought, oh, I don't love this paper. But what they did there, I'm going to have to think on this one. I foresee a banner for some reason, just something flagged, even if it's the whole piece, just flagged or something. I don't know. We shall see. The surprise will be tomorrow. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come play today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you would love to see more of my videos. Leave a comment. I always appreciate those, and I try to get back as soon as possible on those. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.